We're ready for formation save. No,
What?
wrong
No,
show.
we're not.
Oh God, community
What are you
Q&A.
doing?
I'm going back. Bye. We're done. All right, now we're back.
It's community Q&A, Sean.
I don't know what my brain was still set
Oh my
on
god,
formation
you
save.
actually started over. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
my brain was still
Hey, guys.
set. Hi, we're here for community Q&A this time. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Woo.
Yeah, we had the guiding hand, and then we had the formation save, and now we are Q&Aing with the community.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. My brain. Yeah.
Welcome.
Sean broke. Yeah, I did. I tried to do a bit and then it didn't work.
It's one of those days.
Yeah. What day is it? It's weekday. Yeah, it's Thursday. It's question and answer day. Woo, we're here. So hello everybody. My name is Sean. I am one half of the customer support team here, and with me is Mars. We're here to answer your questions.
I am Mars. I live here.
And he lives here. We don't let him leave.
Nope.
Yeah,
This is my life.
Yeah.
And I welcome it. It's good.
it's good. Yeah. So we're here to answer your questions. So if you have any questions about the game or anything about Idle Champions, just make sure you put big bold letters question in chat and then write your question out. And our lovely mod Jordan and Salem
Thank you, Jordan.
the pet cat.
Thank you, Zayla.
We'll grab your questions and we'll answer your questions to the best of our ability. Oh, Mars, I am hungry. How was your sandwich?
It was good. It was very basic. It was just
Oh.
like turkey and cheddar and lettuce on white bread. But
Hey.
my God, man, I was starving. I needed it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when you're hungry, you're hungry.
When you're hungry, you're hungry. And then I had some red velvet cake, and that was
Ooh,
honestly delicious.
Nice. I am so excited for ice cream cake this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love
It's
it.
your birthday.
My birthday this weekend. It's tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so excited. It's like the one time a year I'm like I want ice cream cake. It's just my go-to
Birthday
cake.
boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Diana Plays is asking, hi, when does the event end? The event ends on Monday at noon. Noon, I believe. Oh, that's the wrong button.
Yep. Noon Pacific time on Monday.
Yeah. Because it's patrons that start at 10, right?
No, it's also noon.
What ends at 10?
Nothing that I can think
I
of.
swear there was something that ends at like 10 on Mondays. I never remember what it was.
I have no idea what that might possibly be.
Weird,
It's
yeah.
not patrons, and it's not events, and it's not time gates.
Yeah. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know where that's coming from. My brain is so set like there's something in the world, yeah.
The world?
It resets.
Oh, no.
It resets every
Scythe.
Monday at 10 a.m. Yeah.
What do you know that we don't, Scythe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Salem just broke something. Salem!
What'd Salem do?
Ah.
J-Dog has a question. Who are we sticking around to watch on Outlet Insights, and will it be live?
Let's find out.
So it is live, 30-minute show with Lauren Urban.
Oh, cool.
So
Nice.
yeah, so Todd and Lauren, and then that's gonna
Get
be
some Lauren
that's
time.
gonna be a good show. Yeah.
Neat.
Emma has a question. In the strong core at the top right, just below the dexterity buff. Hold on, before I continue, let me open that up. The top right, just before. There's just an empty space.
Oh, yes.
There's a single
Yeah,
tile
I
that cannot
think,
ever be used. Shouldn't the dexterity node be pointing down like the opposite DPS node?
Yeah.
Use. Otherwise, it's just what it may as well just be a wall. I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah. I think this was brought up on dev insights as well, but I don't know if they're doing anything about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's weird.
yeah, it's kind of weird too
There's
because,
no
if you
point
think
for
about it, like the intelligence one on the left here, is facing down, whereas this one's on the right. Like it's not completely mirrored, but I think they mirrored the actual like body stuff in the middle, but then just picked where you can put the actual nodes around it. So
Yeah.
I mean, some dead spaces. It happens. Where else is it dead? Like the spot. Like you don't really. I guess you could use this to flow stuff into. Or I guess this one here being.
This almost
Empty.
looks like veins and like a cardiovascular or nervous system or something.
I'll put them in there just because. Now it's full. Doesn't do anything, but it's there.
I did that in mine. Yeah. I just put like white pipes in just randomly just to fill the voids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fill it with random stuff. Put the junk in there. Yeah.
Rajuvi, question. With all the hubbub about recent nerfs and fixes and buffs, is CNE planning to address the community's concerns regarding the champions they've invested in?
Yes. Yeah, like I guess we talked about it a couple times. We've had a couple posts go out in Discord and Reddit. We take this feedback very, very seriously. So we're keeping a really, really, really close eye on this stuff. And
Discussions are happening.
Yeah, it's like every day this week and last week has just been discussions about this stuff. So
It's definitely the hot topic at the moment.
yeah, like the Cradle one, I feel is a bit of a weird one because like it's one of those ones where we didn't know it was a bug. We didn't know there was a bug, and the moment we found out it was a bug, we fixed it like right away. So yeah, so I feel better about that one. Whereas like the Okira ones and the Crawl ones, I guess in that same boat was like we didn't know there was a problem. It got reported, and then we took some time to fix it. But yeah, I mean it's been a bug for 2 years that nobody, to our knowledge, nobody really used Cradle in the community that I saw.
Yeah,
like, it was only recent.
A meme status character.
Yeah.
People joked about him being bad for years.
Yeah, so if no one reports the bug, we can't fix it unless we know, like, right. So we can do what we can to find the bugs and put them out there. But ultimately, if something gets out that we don't see, and then it goes there for a year, and then something goes, oh wait, hey, Cradle is doing this really big DPS, and then we go, okay, we test that out, and then go, oh wait a minute, smoke bombs attributing click damage. This is not correct, and then fix it. Then great, but there was a Reddit post about it. There was when? Weird. Yeah, I mean, a Reddit post is while helpful, is not a bug report, right? So we try to keep an eye on everything, but we're not omnipresent, unfortunately. I try.
Some things will always slip through the cracks.
I try to be everywhere all at once. Everything everywhere all at once is me, but not quite there yet. Swamp Prob is asking, how are speed potions effective when offline or on a background alternate team? I think they work. I think they were changed to work.
Do they?
Yeah, I think potions work offline. It's a speed champions don't work offline.
Huh.
Yeah.
Today I learned. Okay.
TIL, yeah. So.
Yeah, I thought just like all potions stopped functioning, like they just paused when you went offline or put something
like
into the
all your other
background.
potions still work, so like your fire breath, your giants, and like health potions and stuff, they all still work. So
Cool.
So with speed potions, check every 30 seconds instead. I'm not too sure on that part. But yeah, they are like I know they do work offline. What kind of effect they have, I'm not 100%. I couldn't tell you. Oh, we're slowing down a little bit now. Come on, Dadius, what are you doing? Oh, he got webbed. That's why.
Yeah, Dadius DPS.
Super Fluffy Kitty was really ranting and raving about it on the formation save, so I figured I'd.
Oh, I'm
see
glad
what
to
it's
see
like.
it.
Yeah.
Like, it's an exciting time when there's champion balance changes because, like, there could be a shift in the meta. You never know, like, who might suddenly be relevant now. So,
Yeah.
if there's even a chance that Dadius might actually be good now, I want to see it.
Yeah. It does feel a little bit weird though, because it's like my formation is pretty much the same than I usually do. Just swap with DPS. Yeah. I mean, I could easily put Zorbu here and have Krell instead of Alindra, than Dadius. So, gosh, I hate the giant spider. Yeah, I only picked Silicon Swamp because we were talking about it on formation save. So.
That giant spider made one of my friends quit the game.
Really?
They were really enjoying it, but they are a terrible arachnophobe, so they saw that spider and immediately uninstalled.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate the hell wasps. Freak me out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hate bees. I hate bees and wasps and stuff. I hate them. I know how good they are, but I don't like them. I don't want them near me. During the summer, whenever we have our window open, there's like once a week a bee will just fly into the room. And when you're laying in bed, all you hear is a flying out.
The only time that ever happened for me was a chipmunk.
What?
And I remember I was staying at my professor's house for the summer, and I woke up one day. I slept with the window open, and when I woke up, there was a chipmunk on my chest, just like staring at me, eating it was like a nut or a seed or something. And it was just felt like a Disney princess moment. I was like, "Hi, little guy."
What do you
and
mean?
He just
Felt
very
like
casually just scampered away.
That was a Disney princess moment. That's not. Yeah.
That was my awakening to my true power.
Yeah. Mars is ascended to the full Disney princess. Yeah. There's a question that's saying, I see you use Orkira in most of your formations as a healer. I guess that is your favorite go-to healer. Not really. Donar's usually my go-to healer. Orkira is just here for her debuff. That's what I use her for the most part. But healing wise, if I were to rely on somebody, it'd be Donar or Keelik. Those shouldn't be my go-to ones.
Orkira is definitely my go-to.
Yeah. She's just a strong
and then
debuffer.
Briv, because I use Briv as a tank all the time, and then Briv's tanking just comes packaged with healing.
Yeah, that's true. I had a wasp fly up my nose and sting me on the inside. Oh no! I have been stung by a bee once.
Oh, that's terrible.
And I will never allow it to happen again. Yeah. We bought one of those electric fly swatters just for like wasps or bees when they fly into the room. So I'm not letting it happen. Never again.
So far, I've had bumblebees around the flowers outside. We got flower bushes, but I haven't seen any wasps yet.
Oh,
it's gonna happen, but so far it's just pleasant little bumblebee bees.
Just imagine the wasp buzzing around inside of you.
No, I'd rather not imagine that, actually, Fibrillator. I think I'm gonna pass on imagining that. Nope, too late.
Gonna time you out for that.
Thanks,
one.
Brain.
That's gross. Spanish Pen is asking tips for just downloaded the game 5 minutes ago. Wow. Welcome.
Oh,
You're brand.
very fresh.
Yeah.
Welcome to Idle Champion Spanish Panda.
Yeah. You're,
Spanda?
Spanda? Spanish Panda. Yeah.
Good to
God.
meet you.
Yeah. Welcome. Man, tips for just starting the game. Well, play the tutorial. Have fun with the tutorial.
Yes.
Man, like that brand new. I guess the biggest thing is when you're playing the game, always make sure to progress as far as you absolutely can each time. Just because you've completed the adventure, it shows the complete screen, doesn't mean you should stop playing that point. You keep going.
Now, the tutorial will force you to stop at 25. It will not let you keep going.
Yeah,
But every other adventure lets you keep going if you choose to.
Yeah, so when you get to the Cursed Farmer, which is the very first adventure outside the tutorial, and that's fine.
Understand that as this is an incremental game, progress will be slow at first.
Yeah.
But over the course of time, as you unlock more features, you get access to characters and various things that can make the game go faster.
Yeah.
You can make the game go faster, and then you'll be having a better time with it.
Yeah. Definitely check out our Discord, where there's an absolute ton of chest codes that you can get to help get some gear for your champions.
Yes.
Because we give out, all of our streams give out codes. So like this one, if we do
Exclamation mark Discord in chat will get you a link to it from our bot.
Dungeon Mastering. This will open up and you'll get a free little card. And then you can open that to get gear and items and gems for your characters. So.
Oh, there's Super Fluffy Kitty asking about
Yeah,
Adios.
I'm not far enough to make an assumption yet. So.
Yeah. Patience for now.
Yeah.
We're on 900 and still going.
Yeah, like this is like 900 is generally normal for as far as I can get. So.
And you're welcome, Spanish Panda. I hope to see you around more.
Yeah. And I will another point too. I think it comes up quite a bit, especially because like we are a free-to-play game. We have a store full of stuff you can buy. You don't need to buy champions. If you do, thank you very much for your support. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for keeping the lights
But
on.
anything that would be in the champions tab, you don't need to buy because champions can be unlocked for free through events that we put out on all the time, and then through our time gate system, which has all of our champions that are available. The only caveat is that we have a champion called the Nerds, who look like a bunch of the Nerds candies, who are actually really cute.
Yeah, it was a cross promotion with the Nerds Candy Company. Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, these little guys here. If you have this shop right here, they'll be available to purchase for 100,000 gems, but not real money. So
yeah, and this is a new version of the shop. Like, because you're new, Spanish Panda, you might not see this yet. It is slowly rolling out to people. So eventually you will have access to that new version of the shop, and then you'll see the Nerds there for sale.
Yeah.
For 100,000 gems. But it's going to be a while before you have enough gems to actually get that.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are our quick tips. Other than that, have fun, enjoy the game. A lot of champions to pick from, a lot of different streaming shows we've gotten characters from. A lot of champions from lore, some original ones we've made too. So
the legendary Dritz Doerden himself, Dungeon Master from the cartoon. Lots of cool people from different streams.
Yeah. Tio Makumba. Hi, question here. As the Dungeon Master was a great idea and surely brought more players to the game, including me. Nice, welcome. Are there any plans to add the rest of the kids, Hank, Sheila, Presto? I don't actually know. That would be pretty cool. And make like a cartoon. If we'd like a cartoon affiliation.
I know there are people in the company that want that to happen.
Yeah.
But whether that's actually going to happen, obviously we can't talk about.
Yeah.
It would be cool though.
Yeah.
Make your voice known if that's something you want to see.
Yeah, I wonder what that formation would look like or what there would be. There's 5 kids?
Well, according to my DVD cover.
Oh yeah, get the DVD cover, yeah.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children.
Oh. 7 with DM.
7 with the Dungeon Master.
That's a pretty big formation. That's pretty good. Yeah. You can pretty much Yeah,
you almost have an entire formation from that.
Yeah.
7 champions out of 9 for Grand Tour or 10 for anywhere else.
Then you just use a couple other young champions like Nova.
Yeah.
And then you get the full patience ones. Yeah, cool. That'd be neat. Jelani, what do you expect the shop rollout to be completed to reach everyone? I don't know. I don't have a timeline, or haven't been part of the discussions about timeline.
Yeah, I'm not in those conversations.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
I think we're
I would be shocked if it wasn't this year, though.
Oh no!
If it took until next year, there's.
I'm imagining sometime before the end of the month. That is my educated guess based off of what I've been hearing and seeing. But
it does feel like it's reaching completion.
Yeah, there might be a couple bits of feedback we're working on. Still, that we kind of had to put a slight pause on to work on something else. But
that'll be a better question for developer insights, because they're the ones who are actually making those decisions.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I imagine my best educated guess is by the end of the month. But yeah, David and Justin on developer insights would have a lot more info than we would on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Laho Smirta, what is better to get, more gold or DPS? I mean, they kind of go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
At first, you're going to be conflicted about, like, should I put in Jarlaxle, who's increasing my gold find, but not giving me any kind of support buff for damage, or should I actually put in a support character who is buffing my DPS, but miss out on the gold find from Jarlaxle? It's going to be roughly equal in the beginning. And eventually, you're going to get to a point where you might have a gold find champion who has just like super high item levels, so their gold find percentage that you get from them is just like through the roof. And then, at that point, it might be better for you to hang back a few stages and get kills on things with your gold find.
Yeah.
Or it might be better for you to just deep push, just go as far as you can. When you're really early in, it's kind of a choose your poison sort of situation. What flavor do you want to play, damage or gold? It's going to be roughly the same result.
Yeah, I think they play using damage to get to your wall, and then maybe going back a couple areas and switching to they're trying to fill up as much gold find as you can while still remaining to kill monsters. It's probably your best bet. And then from there on, once you get more gold and you level up a bit more, progress a bit more, and then kind of rinse repeat like that. Like, get to your wall, go back a little bit, get some gold, go back forward until you reach the point where you just can't progress and the gold you're getting isn't doing anything.
Yep.
Actually, there's a couple of tickets we get every once in a while of like people being like, I'm killing and I'm getting gold, but I'm not making any. My gold isn't increasing, right? Like right now is a good example of this. Whereas I'm getting, E152 gold on some of these kills, and it's not going to touch my gold total up here. Like, it's just not. It's far too little.
156 already.
Yeah, exactly. So it's far too little amount of gold. So, there's a common people like, I've been farming for like a week at this wall, and my gold stuff isn't going up anymore. It's, you're way past what you could probably earn with this. So you're better off resetting and continue going. So.
Yeah, reset often.
Yeah, get to the point where, like, if you stop progressing, be there for like an hour, and then cancel, and then complete your run, start again, or go somewhere, or go do a different run, because it's like diminishing returns if you spend too long. Yeah. Colum Savage is saying Briv versus Calliope. Ooh, yeah, that's a hard one. Feels hard to remove Calliope for her damage boost, but Briv just seems so good.
I mean, the real answer is that there's situations where you want to use either.
Yeah.
Like, if your entire formation's coming under attack because there's a boss that uses an AoE ability, Valintra, then having Calliope shields makes or breaks that entire fight for you. So even if you get to the point where, like, you are frequently replacing Calliope with Briv, there's gonna still be times that you go back to Calliope. There's gonna be times that Calliope, like, has more value for you over Briv.
Yeah.
And the times that Briv will have more value for you over Calliope.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's some adventures where obviously Briv or Calliope can't be used. So the other one kind of fills in that good spot.
And then you use Keelik.
Yeah. 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 Oh, I love Keelik.
He's so good.
Yeah. Who else did we... Yeah. You use Zan... No.
Viconia.
Yeah, Viconia's not too bad. Point... Yeah.
I know that you like Prudence. I asked you for like who are the best characters in the who are the top DPS in the game last week, and you actually.
I think Prudence could be pretty well. I don't use her effectively. So I just have preferences over stuff, but I think Prudence can probably do a majority of majority of the content in the game. So I have faith in Prudence that she could do it.
She's cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like that she's cool. I
Cool.
like tieflings.
Rejuvi, I'm excited to see what Peter Lee has in store for the future champions. What niches do you think players would appreciate or enjoy?
So many.
Yeah. Oh man. I think
So many.
Desmond was a great example.
Yeah.
Of just like this fun little like, oh, if you have NPCs in your party, you get buffs. You have dead people in your party, you get buffs, and also works with Spurt and Bushi. Like, I mean, that was such a cool interaction. Yeah.
I'm able to confirm something. I had a meeting with Pete last week, and one of the things I asked him about was Dungeon Master's formation shape. It is indeed meant to be the roller coaster from the cartoon.
That's good.
So we were correct in that assumption.
Such a bad formation, but it's funny.
Yeah,
there's just no adjacencies at all. Yeah,
it is not good. Don't use that for deep pushing.
Yeah,
but it's amusing.
That's a hard one. Yeah, the cartoon we're talking about is the 1986. Dungeons and Dragons cartoon that was on TV. Yeah, the joke works. Yeah, the joke turns out pretty well. But yeah, it's not a strong formation to push in. I have a hell of a time trying to figure out what to do with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to do a deep push that one. Yeah.
No good multi-adjacent spots.
Yeah. Whew, spicy.
It's rough.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what P has in store. Like some of the variants he's coming up with, a lot of the champions he's come up with so far have been, they're been a bit different, right? So it's been a nice breath of fresh air. So I'm really excited to see what else he's gonna come up with. DM is just like a fun, different character. Balkan, is there a question why Dungeon Master would not offer a guest on his specialization? He wouldn't if everyone was available, or if it's not showing anybody, it's because he's not in the formation. We ran into that
as we just learned on the last show.
Yeah, we ran into that information save. So I can't do it here actually. Now that I think about it, because everyone's available here. But if DM's not in the formation, it'll just say like blank spot is available to be added as a special guest star. And it's like, who? You have
to actually put him in to figure out who that is.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, Smuggle Bira, I'm not sure if you want to answer gameplay questions here. This is actually what we want to answer. But I'm having difficulty with Dragonbait's spec. Does he buff supports with Shen State depending on where they are, or does he get bonuses on Shen State on the supports and then gives the buffs to the formation? Does his left spec, Roasted Chicken, just change the number? Let's take a look. Here, let's go back to Area 1.
Roasted Chicken definitely changes the number.
Yeah.
To be like how far away they are, giving more or less of a buff.
All right, so they both Dragonbait sent, and so looking for meat sauce and roasted vegetables. So roasted vegetables increase the effect of Shen State by X amount for each enemy attack in Dragonbait, and for each enemy in reach stacks. This effect is increased by 100% for each of their tanking. Oh, that's pretty cool. And meat sauce increases Shen State for each support champion in the formation. The increase is based on how close the support is to Dragonbait. So the closer they are to Dragonbait, the better. And then Shen State just increases damage to champions behind them within 3 slots of Dragonbait. So, so Roasted Chicken flips the almost like flips the values.
It's like an inversion.
Yeah, so because right now with the current meat sauce, we want them to be 2 slots away from Dragonbait. So then if we were to go Roasted Chicken and come back, we now want them to be 5 slots away. So that is kind of the. It's depending on where you want Dragonbait in your formation. And then the other one just buffs. Was it roasted vegetables? Yeah. So it just increases this effect.
Mm-hmm.
So the more enemies that are attacking Dragonbait, which means it'll be a stronger buff to Shen State. But ultimately, both of them tie into Shen State. It's just how you want to use Dragonbait in your formation.
Do you know Githzerai focus from Narak affects Shen State?
Ooh.
Including the range.
What?
Uh-huh. Try it. It's silly.
I don't know if it's just a display thing or if it actually does. Come on, swap. Leveling up Narak. Okay, and that should be enough for Kitsarai.
Those of you who don't know, this is Narak.
Yeah. So what we're talking about is Narak has this ability called Gazari Focus. So any formation abilities of adjacent champions with Wisdom of 14 or higher are improved by X amount, which it increases as he levels. There is no gear for this ability, because if there was, it'd be far too powerful.
Basically, buffs.
Yeah. So now we have... Doesn't buff the distance.
But it's very specific.
Yeah, so now, it's still... so it is a higher buff here, but it's still 5 slots away. Doesn't change the actual slots away mechanic. Unless there was something else.
I've seen differently.
Weird. That's weird then. I don't know. That's there.
I'll play around with it and get back to you about it. I've seen it myself.
Hold on.
It can be like oh, Dragon Bait buff champions 10 slots away. What? That's too far, Dragon Bait.
Yeah, that's too far. Oh wait, yeah, Shen State. Oh wait, that might just be his increases. Does Shen State increase as you level up? Is there range, or is it just Narak? You know what? We can just do this. All right. Goodbye, Narak. Get. Go on, get. Yeah. So increases the range of Shen State. Yeah, so 2 to 5. It's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And an E12 buff, which is pretty strong actually. All right, but we're gonna go back to Averin and Donar. All right, there we go.
This is a Capri Sun, by the way, if anyone was wondering. Because I'm a child.
You're drinking alcohol on stream? Come on,
No.
you're working.
It's a juice pouch. It's got Mario on it.
I don't know what you put in that. Hypnotic Sheep. There's been a couple big blocks of champions rebalancing lately. Is that still going on? I keep hoping for a Dahani buff. So we are still doing some buffs. And
That is ongoing.
That's ongoing. Should be for the next couple weeks. Usually around Tuesday or Wednesday, you should see another change, another set.
Yep. So far, it's been Tuesday evening twice.
Yeah, Tuesday evening to kind of Wednesday morning, depending on when things get entered and pushed. We're going year by year, so we just did year 1 champions. Yeah, so now year 2, year 3, year 4, as we go on. The changes that are happening, the buffs that are happening, are only number buffs. There's no major reworks or anything like that, because those will all require brand new builds and updates, and it require a lot more work. So this is just a quick little, all right, these champions are being a bit underused. We'll just buff their numbers, and we have some in mind for later on that might require a bit more of a fine-tuning, might need some new formation abilities or be retweaked, and a bit more care and love put into those ones. So.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see this happening, especially happening over the course of multiple weeks.
Yeah.
It's like setting a really exciting precedent for yes, please, more frequent updates, please, for the love of God.
Yeah, having Pete around frees up a lot of space and time for Justin too, to help to actually allow these things to happen. So, because you can imagine rebalancing, rebuffing, and redesigning champions, it's a lot. Especially while we're always kind of producing content and newer champions. So
putting out new champions, new adventures, new variants, new systems like Trials of Mount Tiamat and Modron and
so
patrons and everything else.
Yeah, so expect more frequent updates, and then hopefully some bigger rebalances in the future. Did someone say something about codes on Discord for free champions? Yeah, there's probably some on the. I know Bell used to keep a list somewhere.
Evelyn and Strix are still available.
Yeah.
For codes.
Yeah. I think they're definitely on the Discord. If you go into the combinations channel, you can probably just search in there.
I think category is too.
Yeah, I think category code might be over.
Well, the special guest star category code is over, but I think there was another one that was 100 champions or something like that.
Oh.
That gets you category.
Yeah. Biscuit, Neris's ghost sword thing. I think that's her spiritual weapon. When another champ does the extra damage from it count for that champ or for Neris? I think it counts for that champion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it counts for that champion. Like it's a visual effect, but like it's a buff coming from Neris, just like a damage buff coming from any other support champion.
Yeah.
It's the actual DPS champion that's doing the damage.
When Neris attacks,
Not Neris.
Neris' companion also attacks for 8,623 of Neris' damage. Then you can have that attached to someone else, so it'll be of that champion's damage. So that'll mark what the actual bit is. So yes, yeah. Whoever the switch weapon is attached to is what the damage will be.
Swamprob. Question. What's the difference between original characters and evergreen characters?
That's a good question.
So, the original characters, or what's called the core characters or the core 12, would be Brunor in slot 1, Celeste in slot 2, Nayeli in slot 3, Jarlaxle in slot 4, all the way down the line until you get to Archon in slot 12. It's the first 12 champions that you start the game with. The core 12 are a subset of the greater umbrella term Evergreen champions. So all of them are Evergreen champions. And then there are also other Evergreen champions that are not among the core 12. This would be like Hitch, who you get from a newsletter, Azaka and Dragonbait, who you get from playing Tomb of Annihilation, Dritz, who you get from Grand Tour of the Sword Coast. The characters that are perennially available, and thus evergreen, like the trees, that you do not get from events.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's it.
I've answered that question so many times. I'm getting better at it every time.
It is a great question. So champions like Hitch, who you get from the newsletter, Belushi, you can unlock through Witchlight, Dragonbait, Azaka, and Xeraphon and Dritz. Like those are all who we also consider evergreen champions. You also think of as anybody available in gold or silver chests. Oh, I have Orkira packed open. Hey. We get to boost to the tasty burn pie.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Just the one shiner that's supposed to come with it. Let's open these up.
Triple epics. Cool.
66.
Dude, did you see my called shot for Averin yesterday?
No. Did you hack this?
When I was opening up my Steam promo packs for that new account.
Yeah.
When I got to opening up the pack of Averin chests, which are going to have 2 guaranteed shinies, I was like, I would like mirror image and seeing double, please. And then I opened them up, and it gave me the epic and the shiny for mirror image and seeing double.
Nice. Oh yeah,
Chat had appropriate reactions to that. It was fun.
Yeah. Also, Okoria, Nerds, and Rhea. That's it.
Yeah, Okoria, Nerds, Rhea, Xeraphon.
Yeah. TG Nubis, Frida's Rebuke. Does it count as melee ranged or magic damage for Belushi purposes? I imagine it'd be magic.
It's got to be magic.
It has to be.
The others wouldn't even make sense. It's got to be magic. Because Hellish Rebuke is literally a magic spell in Dungeons and Dragons. It's got to be magic damage. Oh, it might not be coded as magic damage, but the only thing that would make sense for it would be magic. But I don't know if there's a way to actually check that.
I'm trying to wonder if it gets attributed as a click damage or not. I don't think so. Where is Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah, maybe it's another one of those weird edge cases where it's coded as click damage for whatever reason.
Enemies that have further attributes
surely not
take damage equal to 529% of Furter's DPS.
I'm going to grab this question fresh out of chat real quick. Loyal Krievop, where do you get nerds? They are 100,000 gems. You get them from the gem shop, but they're only available in the new version of the shop, which hasn't rolled out to all players yet, but will soon, TM. There you go.
So within 2 slots of Frida, right? Yeah. All right. There we go. Super secret kill log.
Yes, Control LLL.
Yeah.
But you have to use the left control on your keyboard, not the right one. That won't work.
Yeah, it's just being marked as killed by Frida, so I'm not sure. I would imagine it's actually magic damage. Oh, what's click damage killing?
Oh, it is saying click?
Yeah, Chitten's killed by click damage. So what?
Really?
So it might be attributed to click damage instead of magic.
Huh.
All right, that might be something we can check. We can change. I'll highlight that for later. All right, and we can hide that now.
Well, I'm surprised. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I had an inclination. Well, I don't know if it might supposed to be that way. I don't know if it's supposed to be tagged as magic or not, or like as a magic damage attack. So that's just design developer. So that's just something we're bring it forward. Hey, is this where it's supposed to be? If they say yes, then great. We move on. If not, we're good. Yeah. Question: when you have a familiar on auto level, does it level while you were offline? Yes.
Yes, it does.
The game, while offline, simulates everything like it would be if it was online. So if you have familiars on ultimates and on champions, it will level them up as you go. 256. Man, is Frida a lot stronger here, actually? Oh, not a lot stronger, just a little bit stronger. It's like EO1-ish stronger. We'll see. Keep going.
Well, she's also not really like in an ideal situation here either.
Yeah, there's no Havilar, no Mahen.
Yeah, a few different supports for Frida.
Yeah.
Rajuvi, question. The game has been referred to as a puzzle game sometimes. I do that frequently. While we get a new puzzle piece every event, do you think we'll get different puzzles besides Clear Zone XXX? A puzzle mode would be fun. Oh, like literally solve like a jigsaw puzzle in the game?
What are we, Bushwhacker 2?
Bushwhacker has that. If you want to literally solve jigsaw puzzles, go play Bushwhacker. It's honestly been kind of relaxing.
Oh, Belov Chinkos does kind of click too. That might be a good point. Yeah, I will investigate further when I have some free time today. Maybe kind of neat rather than clearing zone. Like what would it be that way? Kill X boss 5 times.
I mean,
which is effectively the same thing as clear zone XX.
They've played with the ideas a little bit here and there. Like there's literally just 2 adventure variants that are like get past stage 50 in under 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, the timed ones.
It's actually like a speed run thing, and like that's cool. That
those
we have
ones
tech for that, and we have that. That's it's only used twice.
Yeah, those ones are weird because like we get tickets with those ones all the time whenever people do them. Because
Yeah.
they clear it and then they keep going and don't reset the adventure. So then it marks it as failed because they didn't complete the adventure in that time frame.
Oh, what weird.
Yeah, you have to actually complete the adventure on that before the timer runs out. It's one of the few ones where it's like stop pushing, complete, and just done.
Yeah. Well, then that just like further goes in line with what I'm saying then, because like that one's not just go as far as you can.
Yeah.
That one's just get to this point as fast as you can.
Yeah, I'll show you.
I can see that being a precedent for other puzzle designs, like
Invincible saying get to X area and survive for 5 minutes, tanking the boss or something.
Defeat 10,000 enemies.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter how far you go, just defeat 10,000 enemies. Okay.
Yeah, and they could spawn faster. Like maybe the spawn speed increases per area you go.
Yeah.
And then you tie that with Tatiana and Melf and just get like waves and waves of enemies.
Like the objective is like get through them as fast as possible. Maybe they maybe you don't go further than stage 1 or something, but the enemies just like ramp up in health and damage and how much gold you get from them naturally. Just like every second it ticks up. So you're just like, oh god, okay, kill them as fast as I possibly can before this gets out of hand.
Yeah.
That would be so fun. I would like that.
Yeah. Oh, and then you when you put a champion in the formation, you can't remove them. I'd probably add that to it, just to add a little extra spice.
Yeah, we've definitely used that tech in several places, so we bring that in too. So you have to commit. Whatever.
You gotta commit to your damage party.
I like that.
J-Dog's asking where I will make Calliope and Jolaxel friends again from Mars. What does that mean?
The ticket that I sent you yesterday.
Oh,
I loved your response, by the way.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah, I don't know. Because Bell brought that up too, and I've seen that screenshot, and I saw that on stream. I don't know what happened there. That's weird.
I've seen that bug before, but it's been months.
Yeah.
It's been so long since the last time I saw that.
Yeah, the bug I've seen with it before has been like, if you unlocked a champion with a code, that slot would disappear. But I've never seen just a space randomly appear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that one's weird.
Oh, no, I've definitely seen that space before a few times.
Yeah, I have not seen that. So that's news to me. So that's
okay. If I ever run into it again, I'll let you know.
Yeah, we need reproduction steps. That's what we need.
Literally all I did was I redeemed and opened my first Electrum chest, and when I got back to my champion screen, it looked like that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell you.
Biscuit says, can we nerf Red Viper? So OP. It's just a running joke at this point when it comes to balance change. It's just a running joke when it comes to balance changes.
It's Black Viper, but she collects red gems. I can see where you got it mixed up there.
Yeah, well, she was not in this balance pass, was she?
No.
No.
So the thing is,
was she year 1 or year 2?
I think she's year 1. No, Zorbu is year 1. She's year 2.
Yeah, so we haven't gotten to her yet. I don't know if
we're
doing one for her. I found out like the day of, so.
She was the first pass at doing permanent upgrades for a champion.
Yeah.
So they erred on the side of caution and didn't allow for like huge benefits. And then Zorbu was the second attempt, and he infinitely scales with diminishing returns, and that it went over a lot better with the community. People liked that a lot, but he was probably a little too strong. And then they did Dorgar, and he was more of a middle ground sweet spot, and I like how that one went, because I never see people saying Dorgar is bad, but I also never see people saying like, oh my god, Dorgar is the best thing ever, like Zorbu. So I feel like by the time they got to the third one, we got the numbers in a better place. But Black Viper needs some love. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. How do you remove the super secret damage window? There's a little hide button at the bottom.
Yeah, it can be hard to spot against a green background.
Yeah.
Because the button itself is green.
Yeah. Bottom right hand corner. And then you click and hide it, and it goes away. Super secret. Don't tell anybody. It's our secret between us and the 500 of you here. Don't tell mom. Hypnogogia. Are there any other super secret keystrokes like D for showing hit? There is obviously the hotkeys on the bottom corner. You can see there.
There's the debug menu access.
Yeah, you can do this. Hold on.
If you click your mouse in and then move your cursor around in a circle 3 times rapidly, then you'll pull up a debug menu.
It's not working anymore.
What?
Did we actually? What?
Can I do it in mine?
Or it's not pulling in mine right now.
Oh, it might be because you have speed potions on. You might have to go super fast. I made it come up in mine.
Okay. No, I can't do it. I'm not fast enough. Yeah, so if you hold down left click and then just like do circles, you'll get this like debug menu for Unity that pops up. You can't do anything in there, but it is helpful for like if the game is kind of like stuck and you can like and that's screen still opens, it can show exceptions, which can be helpful for fixing problems and stuff. So
once you get that window open, there is a red X button in the top right to close it.
Yeah. So
don't get yourself stuck. You don't have to restart your game. Just click the red X.
Yeah. T-Mac, how do you get a Modron core? So Modron core is unlocked via carefully, gently. Is unlocked by with your adventuring parties. So to get your Modron core, the first one to split the party, you'll need to have 2 champions in every slot. So 1 of 12. And once you do, that will unlock the adventure. Split the party. Complete that. You'll unlock your second party and your first Modron core. And then to get your next Modron core, you need 3 champions in every slot. And then you can get your second Modron core, the fast core, or you can purchase a core for 500,000 gems. Yeah. And then you'll be able to see the indication for it on the campaign map once you're halfway there, like with this little icon up in the top right. Once you have 6 champions in out of your 12, 2 champions in 6 slots, that little icon will show up. And then that's how you help farming and have background parties doing stuff. Super Fluffy Kitty, is Black Viper getting a buff?
We just talked about that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. Hopefully. If not,
she may or may not be on the list.
Yeah, we'll poke them and be like,
tuned.
hey, what about Black Viper? What about BV? Hopefully she gets a buff. That'd be great. Hello, Sean and Mars. By the way, Sean, have you seen Mars' new account that's fresh as cut grass? Is that a Critical Role joke there?
It might be. They called it that yesterday.
Is that fresh cut grass?
Yeah. That comment.
Smiley day,
yeah, it's been super fun. I'm on my 3rd push right now. I'm up to like 150 something on Beast Intentions. Nice. I've got 1 E7 favor in Grand Tour, and it's just growing and growing and growing and growing. I've unlocked the event characters. So I only need 1, 2, 3, 4 characters to do split the party.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah, no, 5. I need slots 3, 4, 5, 10, and 12 to get split the party going.
Are you only playing on Steam or on stream? Sorry.
Yeah, I've been playing on stream. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
yeah, both yesterday and today.
Okay, but you're not playing off stream though, right?
No, I am also playing off stream.
Oh, okay.
I did the same thing for my Epic account. Otherwise, like, it would take me years if, because I would only be able to do like 1 or 2 adventures per show.
Yeah,
it's not a lot. It'd take me forever.
Yeah,
but I've been having a really good time with it. It's been
that's good.
A lot of fun, and like the outpouring of people saying like, "This is so helpful. I just started like last week." Like, oh, that feels really nice.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to help the newer players, help them catch up. I mean, like the Steam promo was like it's a huge boot in power. Like,
oh my god, it
so
is
so much. Talon 4 question: if I have special guests with Dungeon Master on a patron variant, if I open a patron chest, can I find equipment for that champion because they now qualify? Oh,
that's interesting, and it's one that I hadn't thought about before.
Yeah, I don't know actually.
What? You smart, Talon 4.
Big brand.
That's clever. I have no idea if that works or not.
Can we test that?
That's so interesting. I guess the only way that you'd be able to test for that would be like set up an adventure with Dungeon Master with a special guest star for a patron variant. And I guess, Sean, give yourself a ton of that patron's chests and then open them all and see if you get anything for that champion.
Yeah, maybe. Huh.
That's the only way I can think of to test it. You just have to keep opening up patron chests until you feel like I should have gotten something by now.
Where's DM? Dungeon Master.
But maybe we can just ask the devs. Maybe they can
Tatiana is our special champion. Where is she? Let's just put her information. All right, so patron shop. Just buy a bunch here. So we know they're affected by feats. So okay, there's a bunch there.
So now, when Sean is opening these, if he gets any gear for Tatiana, then we'll know that it works.
Okay, none here.
We need just even one piece of gear.
Oh no, that's Viconia. They look similar, but I don't think so. Nope.
I'm assuming the answer is no, but I would
Yeah.
be excited to be proven wrong.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. Yeah. Yeah, can we buy them in the store with tokens faster? Or do we have to do it through the chests? Zariel. I have to do that. Can't do it that way. Dang.
That'd be nice.
Okay, we'll do one more round and then we'll see.
All right.
Yeah. So if you add a patron, so if you add a feat to a champion that makes them eligible for a patron, they are then available to be. You can then get gear for that champion out of the chest.
Yep.
So you can kind of add to the pool, remove to the pool if you so need to. Like if you want to buff Zorbu, you can give him this int feat. He then qualifies for Strahd, and then he'll be allowed to.
Celeste doesn't normally qualify for Vajra. She doesn't have enough Constitution. So if you open a Vajra chest, you won't get gear for Celeste. But Celeste has a feat for Constitution increase, and if you put that on her, then she will qualify for Vajra. And then if you open a Vajra patron chest, then you might actually find Celeste gear.
Yeah.
So yes, feats can control whether a champion's gear appears in patron chests or not.
We're looking.
This would be so hype if we could actually prove that this is a thing that works. That'd be really exciting.
Yeah, I don't think so because it's probably still checking for like stats or something too.
Yeah.
And they don't actually technically have the stats to qualify. So I'm gonna say no.
All right. No,
Yeah.
you tried a full 50 chests.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty close to it at least. So yeah, no. So that Dungeon Master would not give them gear. That would have been pretty neat. I don't know.
Yeah. Very clever thinking, Talon.
I don't know if it would. I don't know if we would have left that honestly if that was the case. It probably would have gotten patched. that feels.
Yep, you're welcome for trying.
Yeah, that feels definitely not intended.
It was a worthy experiment, Talon.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Paraloo. I still need someone for slots 3, 4, 5, and 10. Who should I go? Which hero should I go for with the time gates?
Power over speed. I love that they included that qualifying statement there, like they wanted to prioritize power over speed. Thank you.
Okay.
Slot 3. I love Gromma. I think she's really neat. She's got that Arctic Circle debuff. It's pretty sweet.
She's the grandma for me.
She's the grandma for me.
Yeah.
Then there's Spurt 2. Da 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 da. Hit
him
with a hammer.
Yeah.
Get a lot of buffing power.
Yeah. Come on, off my progress.
Spooky kobold ghost.
Yeah, 3 and 4 is the next event, so you don't have to unlock one anyway with a time gate. Yeah. So I probably wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah.
Slot 5 is like Briv and
Keelik.
Dadius, I don't know.
Yeah, Dadius might be good now, apparently, maybe.
Yeah.
10 is a bit more...
Havilar.
No one in 10 feels like, oh, this is the champion for me.
Yeah, I think the best in slots for 10 are Tyrell and Olcoria, who are evergreen.
And they're evergreen.
Yeah. I think the close runner-up is going to be Havilar or Eliwick.
Or a really good RNG Eliwick.
Yeah. So, if I had to pick someone, though, I'd probably pick Havilar.
Yeah.
Who was a little bit of power and speed.
Tanking a little bit of speed.
Yeah.
When her speed ability matters, it is good.
Yeah.
It just doesn't always matter. Super Collins. Question. With the Dungeon Master's special guest star ability, does Dungeon Master have to stay in the formation to keep the guest in? Yes.
Because if not, the formation ability is not in effect. So
I can confidently tell you yes. We tested that thoroughly on my show.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the formation ability, he needs to be in the formation because that way the formation ability is then in effect. And if pulled out, it's not in effect. So,
yeah, you got to keep him in.
Yeah.
Quint Squad. Would it be more likely to have something drop from a patron if you didn't have gear on the target hero? Does it prioritize empty slots for patron chests, Sean?
No. So nothing prioritizes empty slots. All chests prioritize upgrades. So that could be empty slot to white, white to green, green to blue, blue to purple. Where it doesn't, so you're always guaranteed an upgrade, but you're not guaranteed the rarity of said upgrade.
Okay.
Just wrap that around your head.
Yeah. So it sounds like it will prioritize empty spots for the purpose of moving them from empty to having common gear.
Yeah.
Is that
but
right?
Yeah. So if you let's say you have someone with an empty slot and a white, what it could do is give you a green item for that white slot and then a blue item for another item but it wouldn't be the empty slot, because your guaranteed upgrade is the green to upgrade the white.
But then which slot's being upgraded is random.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense now. Thank you.
Yeah.
I learned something too, chat. Look at that.
Yeah, chest opening. I remember when I was asking questions about this from like the first year here. I was like half an hour. I'm just like grinding with like David and Justin, trying to figure out how the system worked. So
there's a lot of detailed rules to the many systems in place in the game, and it's hard to keep track of it all.
Yeah. Ye Old Dice Goblin. So we know there's more Black Dice Society champions in the Pipeworks. The characters from the live play, who would you like to see in the game? Like
have you watched Black Dice?
From Black Dice or from just any live play? Because I haven't watched Black Dice.
I have seen a few episodes of Black Dice Society. After getting Desmond in the game, I was like, man, I've always wanted to watch Black Dice Society. I even have the official Die Hard dice set for Black Dice Society.
Ooh, really?
It came with a little card from Black Dice Society and everything. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta, now that we've got Desmond, I've gotta make time. I've gotta actually check this show out.
Yeah.
It's I respect the hell out of B-Dave. I like all the people that play in the players' seats too. It's I gotta check this out. It's really good. It's good quality stuff.
I want Uriah in it because just more Mark Mir is always good.
More Mark Mir is always a good idea. Yes.
And more Nahara will be great too.
Yes.
Who plays Nahara? I know this name. Oh God, I don't. My brain. I can't remember her name.
Valentine.
No. Yeah, no, like the player of Nahara.
The player of
Oh, Nora Ibrahim. Thank you. Yes,
Yes.
thank you. That's one. Yeah, that's it. I know 'cause I've been listening to her and Becca Scott on a Glass Cannon podcast where they're playing the Dune RPG.
Oh yeah, you and Lee have been listening to
Yeah.
that Glass Cannon.
Yeah, Glass Cannon podcast has like a bunch of different ones, and they're doing the Dune RPG right now called Into the Sands.
Cool. Good name.
We're halfway through. They're switching DMs. So it's a 10-episode run, and then episode 5, they swap DMs. And then the story continues on a different path.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be involved or something like that. Like the idea of a rotating DM seat, just keeping things really fresh and unexpected. It's cool.
If we wanted to have champions from other live plays, well, I mean, Critical Role is obviously the big one that I would love. So, honestly, though, Taco, Merle, and Magnus from the Adventure Zone.
I was gonna say that was gonna be my number one. Like, I really loved the podcast, the graphic novel. I've got the official board game in my closet. I was
They have a board game for it?
Yeah, there's an official Adventure Zone Bureau of Balance board game. I was enrolled in Taco's Wizarding School.
Oh, we did that too. Yeah, we got stuck on the
you
last
did?
one. That
Yeah,
one was
I've got
so
the boxes
hard.
right above me.
That end one was so hard.
Yeah, the puzzles are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see it. I don't know if that's ever going to be possible, but it's years old now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be cool.
Nevada won a signed copy of the graphic novel when we saw them at Gen Con.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which was pretty cool.
Wow.
So we have that. Yeah, so I think Bureau Balance, Taco Merle Magnus would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Man, I love Taco. Taco's great.
Abraca, you know the rest.
Yeah. WW Monster. What is RNG? RNG stands for Random Number Generation.
It's the element of chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
It's used as a gamer term to refer to elements of chaos with whatever you're doing.
Yeah, like random chance.
Yeah.
So everything on computer, you're talking about numbers, right? So RNG just refers to just the random chance for stuff.
Like you're going through a dungeon and you defeated the troll and you look under the bridge and there's a treasure chest and you open up the treasure chest and what do you get? The game has to roll some random numbers in the background where you don't see it in order to decide what's actually in that treasure chest, and then boop, here you go.
Yeah.
So RNG decided that was your chaos factor, and yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Snuggle BR, what patron feats would you recommend to buy ASAP? Obviously, depending what champions you got, more like what feats carry a champ, what evergreen feats would be nice to have some sooner than later. I mean, the int feat for Zorbu is really strong for Strahd.
Yeah, but you can't buy that one. You just get that one as a random drop from gold chests.
Oh, the Zorbu fleet one? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep. Yeah, you're at the mercy of RNG for
RNG,
that one.
Yeah.
We just talked about that.
What else?
You can get +1 intelligence for Gromma from Strahd's own patron shop, and then that makes Gromma qualify for Strahd.
Yeah. Celeste has a bunch of feats that qualify for different patrons.
Yes.
I think I saw someone earlier say mentioned He-Man has one that makes him qualify for stuff. Don't know other ones off my head.
Yeah,
I'm a bad player.
There are many of them.
I don't do patrons.
Well, the problem is, Sean, is that we don't have a handy one-stop shop for all of the feats in the game, so that we can go review all of the different options that are there, and then we'd be able to know at a glance which ones that you should prioritize.
Yeah, let's spend time going through each individual one, right? So
come on, Justin, give me a feat shop. Give me
that shop, collection. Please. Yeah. Changes. If I were to get like feats, though, like obviously like any major feats on the major DPSs you're using. So Ashara is like 80% bond, or like 80%, like 120% champion damage is really good. Zorbu's. Come on, open up. Ceramorph Hunter is really strong. More Hunter's Pack stuff, and Sharpshooter is really good. Averin has two-headed coin and bond reflection, and also paired vision. Also really strong. So they're really good. Storm Warden for Ayla. Yeah, so a lot of good feats out there. Just save your gold and buy them up. Battle Pickle. In Lost in the Deep, why can't Dungeon Master be made ineligible if the slot is removed? I thought he was always available. Ooh,
Because I've got this one, Sean. I've got this one.
All right, I'll back up.
Read the text again for Dungeon Master rules on the Dungeon Master.
Let's do it right now.
Go look at it. It says Dungeon Master starts as eligible for any adventure that he's on. It doesn't promise that he is always going to be eligible throughout the adventure, only that he starts eligible. The wording is there.
Dungeon Master
I missed it at first read through as well.
Dungeon Master is eligible to start in all adventures, even if patron variant or other restrictions would say otherwise.
Yes.
So Lost in the Deep.
You lose access to entire slots, like entire bench seats, at certain increments throughout the adventure, like stage 25, 50, 75, 100. It's Grand Tour.
Grand Tour, do you know where it is?
Yeah, bottom camp of, like, over...
Like Sword Mountains? Or...
Like,
here it is, yeah. Every 25 areas, another bench is lost. Yeah, so DM would be available in the very start, but then is at the mercy of the variant later on, where it can be that slot gets removed.
This was one of the things we tested last week on Guiding Hands.
Yeah, that might be good to
it's because he starts.
run. That might be good to run by Justin to see if that should be the case, or if DM should always be available no matter what. So I think with that, you're kind of playing with like Magic rules as written, right? So
rules as written versus rules as intended.
Yeah, we're playing raw versus dry there. It's up to the DM. Let's face it.
Rule 0, baby. DM does what he wants.
Yeah. All right, so we'll try that. Is it possible to fill out our lower rarities in the collection screen that were skipped? It is possible if you can't get them from the chest, unless it's a slot 6 that has a capped item to it. In that instance, you would not be able to get the item, because at that point it does not drop anymore.
So if it's an ultimate cooldown item and you got the epic before you got the common and you've maxed out the item level, whoops.
Yeah, our apologies. You cannot get that white item anymore. Yeah, so that's why a lot of players, like a lot of collector players, like Garwar, who like open your silvers first, fill out that collection screen, and then work on your golds.
So if that matters to you, follow that philosophy. Open your silvers before you open your golds. If you don't care, then do whatever you want.
Yeah. Where would be the best place to suggest other characters? I'd love to see some characters from One for All.
Oh.
I mean, Discord suggestions page channel is always a really good one.
Yep, suggestions channel.
One for All. Last one I haven't heard
of the Reddit Q&A as well.
Oh, this is like a full-on like show.
Oh, like a live play?
Yeah, it's like an actual like web series, not like a live play D&D. It's like people dressed up as tieflings and stuff and fighting and playing.
Oh, really?
Doing a story that way.
Cool. Yeah. I hadn't heard of this one.
Oh, it's pretty cool. 20 episodes in 2019.
Oh, from 2019 to 2021.
Yeah.
Cool. Check this out later.
Reddit Q&A would be a good spot for that. I think as well, because you can speak with Trevor, who's our community manager, and he can get that information and pass it along and see, and maybe we can tie something up. So it's interesting. I've never seen that. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
What was it? Corridor Digital, they did a D&D show where they played the game and then animated and they 3D rendered a whole bunch of stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then they would play their characters that they were playing, but then have like green screened like 3D like DM backgrounds and stuff. It looked pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty next level doing like 3D rendering.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, they like green screen a bunch of stuff and like run and spot like the backgrounds like moving and stuff and like would animate it pretty much. So it was neat. Raphael has a question. I know this is an old game, but did you guys play any Neverwinter Nights or Neverwinter Nights 2? If you guys did, would you want any characters from those games in there?
So, have you played Neverwinter Nights? Any of them?
I have not. I know that we do have 2 champions from Neverwinter Nights in the game already, with Celeste and Makos.
I feel like I've played something. I have memories of playing a game that I know looked a lot like Neverwinter Nights, and like I unlocked Drizzt, and then I could play as Drizzt, but I had to do this like really difficult gauntlet to do it.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what that was called.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Sergeant Knox as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was Deacon? I thought Deacon was from Baldur's Gate.
No, Deacon's Neverwinter Nights.
Oh, he is? Oh, okay. That was
Pretty sure.
Baldur's Gate. Deacon.
Yeah, if I search Neverwinter Nights Deacon, it auto-completes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Deacon's
Yeah,
Singer.
he's definitely from Neverwinter Nights.
Yeah, Neverwinter and the Sword Quest. Yep, that's the one. Good job, Deacon. Keep it up, buddy. Yeah, I've never played any of their games, so I could not tell you anything else about them. I feel like I loaded up Neverwinter Nights once, and I was like, I don't want to play this, and stopped playing.
It was Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. That was the game that I played.
Yeah, that sounds
Baldur's
right.
Gate Dark Alliance. I did play that one. That was really
Oh,
good.
the
I don't think I've ever
original one?
actually played Neverwinter Nights.
The original one or the new one? Don't say new one.
No, not the new one.
Yeah.
No, this was back in like the GameCube.
Got it. Oh, okay. Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
playing this on GameCube.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was hard. I was not good at it, but it was fun.
You want to aim ahead? What happened to week 2 of the retirement sale? Is it not going on still? Hold on.
I forgot that we were having one of those.
Yeah. Where is Idol Champions? Why don't you grab the next question while I try and look this up?
Swam prob. Question. When I upgrade Azaka's Adept Traveler ability, it only seems to affect her DPS. This is in a wedge formation. Shouldn't that affect all but the middle slot? I don't have Azaka on my new account, but if I quit my game here...
What we're trying to do? Sorry?
They're asking about an Azaka ability specifically. When they upgrade Azaka's Adept Traveler ability, it only seems to affect her DPS. This is in a wedge formation. Shouldn't that affect all but the middle slot?
Adept Traveler? Doesn't that...
I think Adept Traveler is the one that like buffs people if you're outside.
Yeah, so if you're not if you don't have the outdoor icon, then it will not buff anything.
So it should be buffing everybody.
Yeah.
Not everyone but the middle slot.
That's not it.
It shouldn't be positional like that.
Yeah. Where is... This is it. Where is retirement sales?
I'm not seeing any information about the retirement sale.
Because the retirement sale I think is only on PlayStation right now.
Oh, that's why I don't see it.
Yeah, until the 11th. And then I think after that is when this starts happening. Let me just double check though.
Delightful.
Just making sure I'm not missing anything.
Oh, Swamprob thought that because it said outside, it meant the exterior, perimeter of the formation.
Yeah, no.
It just means if you're literally outside.
Yeah.
Like if you're standing on grass.
Yeah, just actually outside, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so the sale we had going right now was the kind of like the Steam promo localization wide release. Not the retirement one. So retirement's also going on PlayStation, and then once that's over, then we'll progress. Then we'll have retirement sale week 2 for all platforms except for PlayStation. So PlayStation gets their sale, their whole retirement sale early, I believe, before everyone else does, because PlayStation's sales suck, and they have really bad timing. And they don't allow us to do ad hoc sales on PlayStation, so we kind of have to follow their cadence of sales, which is why their sales are always like different times and different things like that. It makes it hard to time all together. So yeah. So next week we'll have some more sales. Yeah.
Nope. 5280A. 5280A. Question: does Zorbu collect lifelong enemies when automated? Yes.
Yep, in the background.
Yeah. I remember that being something that the beta testers, I was among them, we argued for and convinced the devs that should be allowed.
Yeah.
So yes.
It is a bit slower in the background. Sometimes there's reports of some people getting slower and some people getting more than they probably should. So that's something we've been kind of looking into. But yeah, anything that tracks offline, like Dahani, Torgar, hopefully Black Viper with the gems, and Zorbu, they will collect while they're offline.
Just remember that if you're trying to set up an offline farm like that you go into your settings and turn off always auto progress when offline.
Yeah. So settings, I believe it's under interface. Or...
Otherwise, that will mess up.
It's under general here, right here. Yeah. This way, when you go offline, you'll stay on that area, rather than just progressing.
And I think by default that is on.
Correct.
So make sure you turn it off.
Yeah. That was a weird one because a lot of people wanted that, and it's like a 50-50 where people wanted it, people didn't. So.
Mm-hmm. So we made it an option to toggle on and off.
Yeah, exactly.
Best of both worlds. Everybody gets to use it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, Dadius is doing okay. We're not really going much farther than I would have in other supports. If I switch to Krull, that'll probably push me a bit farther, obviously. But
so since we're caught up on questions for the time being, just kind of going online with the theme of the show, given the code, and our featured champion, Dungeon Master. Sean, do you have any stories of dungeon mastering that you could share with us?
Oh man,
tales of great heroism, or just cool moments, or tips and tricks for other DMs out there, that kind of thing.
It's a hard one. So actually, my first time DMing, I ran a group of people through a dungeon I built. It was
nice.
a puzzle dungeon. So they go in, and there was 5 different obelisks that had inscriptions on them. They were all in different languages, and they were all different riddles. And the answer would correlate to an element, which they'd go in, and then a dragon would be there, and they'd either discuss the dragon, fight the dragon. 9 times out of 10, they fought the dragon because the dragon wanted to fight. I played one blue dragon where it was he's like, oh, you're right, I'm trapped here, I'm stuck. And he's kind of creeping his way closer, oh, help me. Blah! And just hit him with a lightning bolt. And I'm like, oh god! And the goal was I wanted to try using T-Mat, even though it was a brand new DM. So we did a couple sessions where they went through. They got stuck on one, which ended up being I think it was a brown dragon, which were ones that they dig through the sand and are all underground and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So they fought all them.
Was this 3rd edition then?
No, still 5th. Still 5th.
Oh, 5th. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I just found, I Googled and it's brown dragons.
Gotcha. Okay.
So then they could go into a big door that had a dragon with 5 heads on it, put these orbs in that they collected of all the heads of Tiamat, go in, and then Tiamat, and then there was a big orb that was multicolored that was circling, and then called us a Tiamat there. So I gave them the option. They had a chance to stop the summoning, but they had a monk who got the second initiative behind the sorcerer or the wizard who hasted him. So he bridged the 120-foot gap. Did his combo, but then on his 3rd of 4th hits, pushed him back 10 feet. But he'd already used all of his movement to get to that point.
So he couldn't get any closer.
Yes, he couldn't get closer. He pushed him away before killing the wizard, which pushed the wizard closer to the floating orb, and that he could finish the summoning. and then TPK because they were
That's
like level
brutal.
10 or something. So
That is just brutal.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Cool story. Thank you.
yeah. That was a lot of fun. And I was like, wow, that was really tough. Okay, and then I've kind of used that to like tone down stuff as I play. I ran the Minds of Madness, which is like the 5th edition version of Tomb of Horrors in a way,
Nice.
where it's just meant to kill you. Like it's just there is a portal to the Nether, like Minecraft style, in that in that dungeon. So
Well, that's just not safe. That
Yeah.
cannot be OSHA approved.
no, it's
way.
not. No, it's not. There was one part where when you go to if you go into the portal, you get turned to a zombie, but you can still control your character.
Okay,
So
that's
that-
fair.
Yes, and they
That's totally fair.
after they left, that character had to fight a bunch of cockatrices to help
Ooh.
like save a goblin that was being attacked. But because he was a zombie, he kept dying, and dying, and dying, and dying, and kept hitting his save to die, and then kept not
The
dying.
con save to keep
yeah,
going.
and just kept saving the
Cool.
con save. So we spent like 15 minutes just like, all right, I roll. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
Just
I'm
hang
still
it
alive.
in there.
Yeah, it was like, oh my god. All right, I think we hit our wall here actually at 1,022.
Hey, over 1,000.
Yeah, I don't think it's because of Dadius though.
No.
I think it's just
It's
my
because you have incredibly powerful supports
yeah. I think
for
my
Dadius.
supports are very strong.
Yeah.
So Dadius.
Any
is-
DPS is viable if you have an awesome support team.
Yeah. All right, so let's pop in Zorbu and we'll see what we can get from this.
There's something kind of beautiful about that. It's like anyone can succeed if
You've got the right frame.
you
group, right?
have a good enough like support group
Yeah.
behind you.
All right.
If you have a team of people supporting you, you can do the thing.
Yeah. Oh, I can get rid of
That's kind of beautiful.
I can get rid of Coria now actually.
We got some more questions that came in during all that, including a few from Jordan and Salem, actually.
Oh,
So Jordan and Salem ask, or rather Salem and Jordan ask, do you prefer to DM or play? And do you find you like to have more of a silly or a more serious style, Sean?
I personally prefer a mixture of both. Like right now I'm hankering from DMing. So I've been a player a whole bunch recently in the past like year. So I want to then get back in the DM seats to kind of fill that need, and then I'll probably get my fill of that. And okay, now I'll be a player for a long time, and then I'll cycle through. I prefer the more serious campaigns with a bit of like humor and joking in it. It's the reason why I don't watch things like Dungeons and Daddies, or like NADPOD and stuff like that. So I find
Because
like
you're more toward the silly.
yeah, there's a more towards the silly than the actual seriousness of a campaign, which I prefer. Yeah, so like when I ran like my Sent to Avernus, I tried to keep it like a bit more serious and like, gritty and dark and like and that kind of style. But then the players will find humor in that to kind of help lighten it. So I think that's important to kind of play around with, to kind of combine. Like you can combine them, but as long as you're not like, haha, we have a flying fish that you're gonna fly through the air. Like I don't like things being too silly or too out of box or like, yeah. So that's my preference.
As for me, I agree with a lot of Sean's points just now. I think we have a lot in common there. Do I prefer to DM or play? I prefer to DM because at the end of the day, I need that feeling of control. I go by the name Storyteller Mars everywhere
Yeah.
because like my brain and my soul and my heart are full of stories that I want to share with the world. And when I'm a player, if I have the right kind of DM, I can be very happy about that because I do have a story that I want to share, but I can't really make that happen without the DM working with me to make that happen. Whereas when I just am the DM, I can tell whatever the hell story it is that I actually want to tell, and also make the stories that my players want to have happen. So I tend to have a better but more stressful time when I am DMing.
Oh god, DM
Being
is
a player is less stressful, infinitely less stressful.
Man, DMing imposter syndrome is so bad.
Yep.
Like the amount of like, am I doing a good job? Did I prep everything? Is the music right? Did I grab the right minis? Is the
Please
map
tell
okay?
me you had a good game.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Or especially when you're like,
I need
when
validation.
in the times you feel like that you're like you've done a bad job, but the player's like, no man, that was so good and awesome. Like, I don't believe you. You're lying. You didn't feel good. Yeah.
Yeah. Do
yeah.
I like serious versus silly? Same as Sean. I like a mix of things.
Yeah.
The silliest campaign I ever ran was also still very serious. Like it had gorillas flying through hurricane like level wind storms to assault the players. And yeah, it had silly stuff like that, like, oh no, these mushrooms are growing out of control, but then it also got really, really super serious in places.
Yeah.
I like that mix of things because I like contrast. The
Yeah.
serious things feel more serious when there are silly things, when there is levity. And the fun stuff is more fun when they need a breather, when they need to get away from the serious, dark, dire things. So I
Yeah.
like having both. I like a mix of both for that contrast.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna go around the spot here. We capped out on an area, so we're just gonna.
All right.
We'll send it in the background here now. Sorry. Salem and Jordan had another question. Do you prefer homebrew worlds or to dive into a pre-made adventure? I've only done pre-made so far, and I like running stories that people have made, mainly because I don't feel confident in my own story writing quite yet.
That's so interesting.
I used to do a whole lot of writing back in high school. That it was just like my go-to. I loved doing it. Loved writing online with people, and then I moved out, got a full-time job, and it just fell to the wayside. So I haven't I've tried writing in the past, like recent, like over the past couple of years, and it just my brain doesn't have that same like the gears are very rusted when it comes to like writing a story. So I prefer at this moment I prefer pre-made adventures while I try and unrust the gears.
And here is where you and I differ greatly.
Yeah.
We had so much in common in the last question.
Yeah.
And here we're total opposites.
All right, storyteller Marcus, tell me how it really is.
I love creating my own worlds and characters and stories. I love creating a diverse ecosystem and civilizations with their own faiths and politics that I have invented and taken inspiration from many, many things. I love telling my stories. I love creating a unique experience, and I get super self-conscious not about telling stories that I've made, but about telling stories that other people have made. If I run a pre-made adventure, then I'm like, oh no, am I doing this badly?
Yeah.
Is like, am I running this adventure the way it was intended? Or are there ways that I should be improving on this that other people in the D&D community at large have found that I'm not aware of yet because I haven't looked in like every single possible form that I could about this specific topic?
Yeah.
I get really self-conscious about that.
Yeah.
But not about my own writing.
Yeah. I have some story ideas that are kind of mulling around in my head that I've been trying to wanting to put to paper and figure out how to run them.
Yeah.
They're a bit. What's the word? They're a bit they're actually really serious tones and a bit on the darker end of things. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to how to write those out and how to have them play. Right. So.
Yeah, it's.
I think
writing for D&D is a very specific thing because you're
Yeah.
not just telling a story; you're making a game out of it.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that people are enjoying it and having fun.
Yeah,
that puts another level of nuance and difficulty to it.
Yeah, I pitched the idea to my partner once, and she's like, "Oh, that's actually." Yeah, she gave me the feedback that it was very Ender's Game.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." I've never read Ender's Game, but I watched the movie. But it's kind of like the way it started out might be Ender's Game, and the way I wanted to go might be a bit more than that. But yeah, I was like, "Okay, that's pretty cool." Rajuvie wants to have a question here. Any word on getting the Battle Ball game up on YouTube? We'll get another Seeding Originals game. I don't know what's going on with that on YouTube because I think we have the thing for it. It just needs to get chopped up into sections. So
We have the video. It's just no one's taken the time to actually section that out.
maybe it was sometime this week or next week. I'll just go and download Premiere and just chop it up, and get it out there.
I would do it myself, but I thought I'd have to get permission first.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that
Yeah.
Dice Goblin.
Yeah,
I'm trying to farm Zorbu stacks with Tatiana on boss waves. Is Tatiana's food effect not work, or am I doing something wrong? I don't know. Well, you need to have not been attacked recently, right? That's the...
Yeah.
That's been Tatiana, so depending how...
Because she gets bored and runs off to find trouble.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of boss you're on. Oh, like that. Find a feast, and the players are in a non-boss area. Yeah, it's right there in the description. With no barriers. So I'm in area 49, so I got big waves.
That wall of enemies just showing up on your screen is always so funny.
Yeah, there's like, hey
guys, look what I found. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've increased by 40%. How many people is it? It's like 30 something, 31, 32 monsters.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jordan, another question: where do you find your inspiration? Music, TV, anime, art?
Everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. There's
Seriously,
always
everything.
there's always that, like, you look at that something and be like, how can I play? How can I D&D this? How do I play this? How do I do with this? Like, what can I do with it? I think my goal, what I want to do, is run something along the lines of Made in the Abyss.
Really?
Yeah. Have you seen that anime at all?
No, I haven't.
I've
heard of it.
It's a 20. So it's like the story is like there's a giant pit and there's like 10 different areas or something like that, and they're all different. That's all different like levels and stuff. And at the deeper you go, there's a different effect on that floor, which doesn't affect you if you're going down, but if you go up in any sort of way, something happens. Like one of them is like if you go up, like your blood vessels start to explode, and like just like really wild effects. Like you get dizzy, you start losing your memory, you lose the ability to walk. Like it's just like really really harsh effects. It's like once you're going down, you don't go it's hard to go back up and very dangerous to surface out of this dungeon.
So you just make a nice life for yourself in the pit.
Yeah, pretty much. And
there
are adventurers, so like it's like, oh, I can go down to like the second or third area because coming back up is only like a migraine and a cold, and I feel really sick coming back up. But like area 4 is where like blood vessels to your eyes start doing bad stuff. So yeah, so
that's interesting. Yeah.
So it's like, especially with characters like, oh, I'm gonna fly. Like, are you? You go up higher than 10 feet, like something bad's gonna happen. Like, how badly do you want to fly? So
I've had characters inspired by anime, but not entire like stories, like campaigns and stuff.
Yeah, it's more like I want to play in the world.
Yeah.
Right. And play around with that world and see, because sometimes if people come up, it's really cool. So
that is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably make a dread domain out of that, I imagine.
Oh yeah. Smuggle Beer asks, what is your biggest wall in the game you've had to overcome when you played it natural?
Oh God, when Sean, were you there when I finally cracked stage 1000?
I think
that was such a fight. That was a huge battle for me.
Yeah.
I think I streamed it on Discord.
Oh,
and there were like a dozen people in the voice lobby with me.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
my God, I worked so hard for that. It took everything I had.
Yeah.
So probably probably cracking stage 1000 was the biggest fight that I've had so far.
Yeah, I remember it took me a while to crack 1000 too.
I can do it easily now, but back then it was so brutal.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a lot more power in the game now. So
yes.
Even now I'm like, what, like we hit 1025 with Dadius as our DPS, so with 9 champions.
So if you were using an actual meta DPS, you could have gone way further.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I guess like this one kind of capped out at 1025 even with the Zorbu.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
well, you're also down a slot.
And I'm down a slot too, so it's a lot of missing stuff there. Yeah, I think the cracking 1000 was probably like the biggest thing, and since then it's just been like the incremental increases as I do legendaries and stuff like that. So nothing too much harder after that. Pork belly. Love it. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. I like reading them too. Yeah. I haven't played D&D since 3.5e. That was the one that I grew up on, by the way, Pork Belly. Ooh. I'm looking to get back into it by looking for an online group. Are there any sites that you'd recommend to find a group?
Yeah.
There's D&D Beyond, of course.
Yeah. Roll20 has a bunch of like fine game stuff.
Yep, Roll20 has them.
I know some people you can like
Demiplane.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Demiplane is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I played that with Garwar and friends.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we had a good time with that one. They have safety tools built in, which is really nice that the other sites don't have.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Your local game store too. Probably have D&D Adventure Leagues. It's really good to check out there too if you want to play. If you want to play in person, if you feel comfortable doing that.
Yep. Yeah, and if you're not sure where you have Adventure Leagues areas, like stuff in your area, just go to a hobby shop that sells D&D products and just literally just ask the people at the counter, like, hey, is there a D&D Adventures League here? Or like, is there like pickup games here? Like, I could go down to a hobby shop that's 20 minutes from my house, and they have a little box on the counter that's just full of like index cards of DMs looking for players and players looking for DMs for in-person games.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That's just cool. A service to their community to just have that little box set up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are probably the best places. I mean, you can even check the Discord we have and see if people need players there.
That'd be cool. I would love if like people got a Discord group together and then talked about their games. That'd be fun.
There's a bunch of Discords that are also dedicated to like helping people find games and stuff.
Yes.
I know some people are talking about it in Discord. This is like a while ago, but
I think once upon a time, I remember hearing about basically a Tinder style app that was for matching D&D players and DMs. I don't know if that still exists, and I don't remember the name of it.
That might have been me that told you. That might have been me that told you that, because my old Monday D&D group was using Tinder and like Bumble to find players to play D&D.
Oh no, it was like an app that someone made specifically for this.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah. One of my college friends and I like learned about this at the same time, and we spent like the rest of the day talking about it because like we had previously concepted this idea and then just randomly found like the next week like somebody else had beat us to it. Like, really? All right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
How was it, like years and years ago, like when I was like coming out of high school, working with McDonald's and stuff, my buddy and I had come up with an idea for a website called Fund It, where you put your idea up on the website and people would give you money to help fund the idea. You're like, fund it. Years later, Kickstarter comes out.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, damn it, we missed.
Huge missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, could have been rich. J-Dog, will be something like to watch this upcoming Monday evening in the Familiar Quest time slot. I don't think so. I think that's off for now. I don't know what's going on with that. It's not one of my shows, so I don't pay attention to what's going on there.
Yeah. No news to share at the moment.
Yeah. So for now,
Stay tuned.
now empty slot. Might be filled with something later. Who knows? For someone who's never played a campaign IRL but wants to, what would say is the best way to start? Asks Raphael 90340.
Well, you got to find a group like what we were just talking about.
Get a group of friends together.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, get some pre-made level 5 characters. They're nice and simple, and play Lost Mines of Phandelver.
Yep. Lost Mines of Phandelver is brutal if you're level 1. So maybe do like
some like level 3
higher level.
Some like level 3 characters.
Those goblins, my god.
Yeah.
First time I ever played Lost Mines of Phandelver, I was DMing it, and like even I had to agree with my players, like, oh, this is a nightmare. That single goblin just killed you, and there's like 12 more of them.
Oh wow.
This is so unbalanced.
Yeah. Yeah. Lost Mines of Phandelver is generally has like one of the better like starting ones. I don't know about there's a bunch of new ones that have come out, but I haven't heard anything about them. I just know Lost Mines of Phandelver is kind of like the general go-to. So it's like definitely play that, find some friends, and there's some starter D&D rules out there too. Watch a couple of videos on YouTube.
Yes, if you're unfamiliar with either like the game, my webcam
that's
did a weird thing.
I tried to close the participants thing on the webcam in Zoom.
I'm still here. Yeah.
All
right.
And it just like shrinked your thing in Zoom for I don't know why.
Thanks, Gar, for mentioning that. By the way, hi, Gar. If you're unfamiliar with like the way the game goes, either for the rules or just like the kind of general like interactions of that players and DMs might have at a table. Hi, Trevor. Good to see you, man.
Hey, Trevor.
Who's also talking about running Lost Mines many, many times.
Yeah.
You don't know what we're talking about? I mean, I don't know. We were new to 5th edition at the time.
Yeah.
maybe we were doing things wrong. But I just remember that it was brutal. We had a TPK like 3 times, and when I ran Lost Mines,
Yikes.
I wasn't trying to kill people. Anyway, yeah, go watch videos, go watch live streams, go listen to podcasts, like things to familiarize yourself not just with the rules of the game, but also like how interactions go socially.
Because I'm a Critical Role addict, they did a series called Handbooker Helper. Handbooker Helper, yeah.
That's so terrible. It's great.
Yeah, that is all like it's just a bunch of like teaching about the rules and how to play the game a little bit. And it's really clear and concise. I feel like. Oh, Handbook Helper. I thought it was Handbooker. Yeah, Handbook Helper. Yeah. So I would actually recommend watching those. They're really good.
Cool.
To kind of as like an intro into it. I personally I learned how to play D&D by watching Critical Role. Right. I watched like hundreds of hours before I actually started playing for the first time. So that I already had kind of like this like base idea of what the game was and like how to play. And then as I was playing, then people who have been playing for longer than me would be like, oh, you know, this is how you do this and this and this. Oh, it is Handbooker? Yes.
Awesome.
I'm not wrong.
Hey, Trevor, you absolutely deserve the shout out for it. Yes, go listen to the Difficulty Class podcast. It's literally a podcast about tips for DMing, like being a better DM, being a better player, like managing your group better.
Yeah.
Just like tons of tips and tricks and advice and interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just really good. Lots of good information.
Joe Cat's Guide to D&D are pretty funny too.
Those are fun.
Yeah, they're a bit. I don't think they
can be crude sometimes.
Yeah, they're more for humor. It's like more humor, less teaching. I think
when it comes to edutainment, it's a little bit more on the entertainment than the edu.
Yeah. Whereas I think Handbooker Helper is more helping than entertainment, but it's still a couple jokes here and there. So, but I love Joe Cat stuff though. Yeah.
Try different things and figure out what works for you.
Yeah.
And then learn from that.
Yeah, exactly. And like there's a bunch of even if you need to, there's like what is it? I think Jim Zub made like kid-friendly versions of D&D that are very simplified. So you could start there as like a baseline if you've never played D&D before at all or know anything about it. You could start there as like as a starting point, and then move into Lost Mines and stuff and incorporate a lot more of the rules. Yeah, the Young Adventurer guides. That's it.
Ultimately, the best way for you to learn is just going to be to get in there and do it.
It's the time you're willing to put into it.
Yeah,
that's really what it boils into. Yeah,
it's a skill, and it's a hobby like anything else. And the more often you do it, the better you're going to be at it.
Yeah. Neon Trion has a cool question here. Mars and Sean, do you use the cooperative storytelling or the DM versus players philosophy?
Cooperative storytelling, 1000%.
Yeah. The only time
I'm not trying to kill my players.
Yeah, the only time I do the DM versus players is when I am trying to envision what a monster would do in this regard, because that monster wants to kill the players, right? And it's not so I will go with, I won't like bog down adventures with tons and tons of monsters. Like, no, you're gonna die here because I made it impossible. It's like, well, no, like in this moment, this bandit wants to make off with your money. If you're gonna fight back, he's gonna try and kill you. What's the most effective way for him to do that? And he'll go with that. Whether it's counterspelling your revivify or your cure wounds or anything evil like that, like these players will do it. Like I will do my best to not kill them. Like I'll get them to 0 where they're unconscious, and the bandit goes, okay, well they're unconscious. I don't have to worry about them right now. Next target, and then move on. Whereas when we did the ending of Descent into Avernus, I knocked down our druid to 0 hit points, and Zariel was like, I'm having none of this, and just made sure to finish him. Like, cool, you're 0, great, stab, you're dead. Next, and then moved on to the next person. So
that's brutal.
Yeah, final fight, right? You gotta be brutal.
Yeah. The only time that I will bring out the DM versus players philosophy is if they literally ask for it. Yeah. If they're actually like, bring it on, Mars, whatever. Like, I'm so strong. Give me a real challenge. Okay, you're literally asking for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a different mindset between like the battling and then the actual story of it. Like, the story of it should definitely be the cooperative. Like, I have set this like guideline of a story I want, and obviously I have to fit your backstory into here somewhere. And how do you want that to go? How do I attach it to this world that's kind of ever moving around it? and work from there. Like my player in Descent was a necromancer who the way he visioned his family and his friends were the skeletons and zombies he created along the way. So he would, every time he got a new skeleton, he would name them.
Love the way you phrase that.
Yeah, yeah. It really was. Like he'd get
the real
a skeleton,
family, the skeletons we made
and he'd
along
be like,
the way.
"Oh, Roberto, my brother, it's been so long." And like,
it's really good.
and then he would name every skeleton and had a list that he kept, and it was ongoing. And then when I killed all the skeletons, his character was like, "I'm done here," and then plane shifted out and left.
Nice.
And I was like, "Well, like my family's dead. Why would I want to be here? You know, like I have no reason to be here. I'm gone. I need to mourn," and just left. So the other party was like, "Oh, our wizard's gone." So, but yeah, and then like there was like cool things that kind of tied into having come back, but it's all about how you interact with the players' backstories and their storylines they want to put into, rather than just being like, okay, you're in a dungeon all the time with traps in every step. Haha, I'm gonna kill you because I'm stronger than you because I'm the DM. Like,
now if literally every character's backstory is like, dude, I love dungeons. I'm addicted to dungeons. I want to live in dungeons and run dungeons all day. Dungeons are my thing. Dungeons are my jam. That's like, okay, yes, that's fine then. Do that.
Yeah.
Just like learn your players' characters. Don't run a game in a vacuum. Know who you're playing with and who their characters are, and like mold your story around them. Make them feel like they're part of it and not witnesses to it.
Yeah. And what was it? That was like a phrase that was going around. It's like nobody wants to be an adventurer because they're having a good life. They don't want to go out adventuring. They don't want to go out and fight monsters and go into dungeons and possibly die. Like that's why everyone has like a tragic backstory, because they have nowhere to go. Right? They're gonna wander because something bad's happened to them. Nobody with like a full family that's healthy and they have a job. Like, they don't want to go adventuring. Like, why? Like, it's dangerous out there, man. So
maybe some people like danger.
Yeah, that's true.
They're adrenaline junkies. They just want that rush.
Yeah. Question: Sentry's Echo Resolution. If that's at 100%, should it trigger all the time? Currently, it's not for me. That just put her at 100.3%. It should trigger 100% of the time.
Yeah.
As long as she hasn't been attacked in the previous area.
Yeah.
If she gets attacked, it doesn't trigger.
Yeah. It could even just be like a stray arrow from an enemy right after they spawn, but before they get killed.
Yeah. Invincible's asking, I wonder if the Dadius plus Spirit Blushi Desmond combo could outdo Zorbu.
Just Dadius and lots of lament.
Yeah, I mean, you could really put anybody in that, and it doesn't have to be Dadius.
Yeah.
Because Dadius is really, all of his buffs are kind of self-reliant. Like, he buffs other int 14 or higher champions, but by doing so, it doesn't make him any better. So
there's a critical flaw in that assumption anyway, which is that like Dadius and Spirit Blushi Desmond combo, yeah, but why not just Zorbu plus Spirit Blushi Desmond combo?
Exactly, yeah. Why not Birdsong or Farida?
Yeah,
right. So
like you could do most DPS options with that combo.
Yeah, and you'll get pretty far probably.
Yeah,
so that's a really strong combo. Yeah. Wiki Witch, do you know when the figure painting streams are usually on? Fridays at
2.
No, that was right after
12.
Yeah, it's right after Real Champions.
I was thinking of Gar. Yeah. Gar's in chat.
Yeah, Peyton Slay is right at noon on Fridays. So noon Pacific time.
Yeah, it's right after Griddle Champions.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we'll have Guiding Hand for me at 8 a.m. and then Griddle at 10 a.m. and then Paint and Slay, that's the mini painting show, at 12 o'clock, and then Gar Wars at 2 o'clock after that.
Yeah, and we will be back tomorrow for Griddle Champions. We've confirmed it. We're all good. I had like a couple weeks off because, fortunately, Lee wasn't feeling very well the past couple weeks, and then he's traveling, and so the schedule's been crazy the past couple weeks. So we are back. And we are back.
I've been so hungry. I haven't eaten. I've been waiting for pancakes for weeks.
Yeah. I haven't eaten yet. Yeah. Yield Geistoblin, roughly what number range do you want Zerbu's hate stacks versus DPS to start feeling competitive? I think my recommendation is always EO5. I think that's what I meant right now. Yeah, roughly EO5, EO6 is kind of where you want to be. Anything more than EO6 starts being diminishing returns. So if you get to EO7, I'd probably just like stop right there. Like that's where I'd probably end it at.
Hey, Sean.
Yo.
Lee's your best friend.
Yeah.
If you were to ask Lee, what is the most objectively correct alignment in Dungeons and Dragons, what do you think he would say?
Objectively correct alignment?
Yeah. Inarguable, objectively correct alignment. What do you think Lee would say is the correct alignment in Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh man.
Waffle evil.
All right, that's the end of the show,
Hey!
folks. Can I mute him now? Is that funny? Yeah. Okay. Mars is gonna be here in face and only. He isn't allowed to talk. Yeah. No, you've lost it. I can hear you still, but chat's been you've been cut off from chat. They've influenced you too bad. All right, you're back.
Thank you.
Super Fluffy Kitty. I quit. How dare you? So Super Fluffy Kitty, you got no farther reserved, but I think you owe Dice an apology for at least being on par. I mean, we got an extra area, so no.
I'll do it. Daddius, I'm sorry.
Don't
I don't think he heard me. He's in a video game and I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, let's do this. Let's move stuff around. We'll put Sorbet back in, and we'll see how far we can get.
See, the joke is that Lee really hates waffles.
I get
so he thinks
the
they're
joke.
evil.
Yeah, I get the joke.
So they're evil. So he would think it's the... Yeah. Waffle evil. I'm funny.
Stop laughing. I know I'm funny. Smuggle Beer is having a problem with Bailoff on card. Says I have 8 stacks, but I have 9 icons on my champs. Is this a bug? Yeah, sounds like it. If you make a ticket, it'll copy that now. So,
yeah, please submit a ticket for that.
Yeah. All right, this is a warden part. I think we get a warden up.
I had something similar like that. I noticed, like when I was using Ayla, I couldn't get the Bailoff Generous Gen icon to stay on her. It would just leave. She still had the stack, like it still counted toward Bailoff, but the icon would just leave.
Ayla's also not attacking right now, so there's a problem.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, there's something wrong here. I love it when this happens. It's really hard to reproduce. It always happens when I'm not trying. Oh, okay, killed the boss. Oh. Did I not stack Hex on this guy?
Malkavir, a Waffle Evil Artificer, is going to be my next character. Good. Correct. Good.
I hate it.
Ah.
Yeah. I hate it. All right, Avery. Avery, what are you doing over here? Get back in the formation.
Whatever he wants.
Get back in the formation. What are you doing, buddy?
You know he doesn't play by the rules.
That's true. He's tricking me here. Chaotic trickster over here. This guy. All right, well, I'm stuck on the fun. I could just gym him. I could have just gymmed him, I guess, but yeah. I got 10 minutes left.
What do you want to talk about? We're out of questions.
Man, yeah. So what we got today? So we got Idle Insights and after this, we're at 1 o'clock.
Yep. That's going to be a
Todd
Lauren interview,
Lauren.
and that's live.
Yeah, live show, half an hour.
Yep.
Then 2 to 3, we got Dev Insights, which you should probably be there for. Just saying.
This is going to be an important one.
Yeah, highly recommend.
I won't say why, but you should be there.
Yeah, highly recommend checking it out because some big news there. So, and then tomorrow, Grill Champions. We're back, baby. Been such a long time. I gotta bring the chef's hat, and it's my birthday tomorrow, so you should be there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's birthday griddle.
Yeah, birthday griddle, with some great art that we haven't done. We got a chance to do the past couple days, the past couple weeks. So it's been like I want to do some pancake for him. So I'm really excited for those ones.
So to mark the special occasion, it's an 8-hour show this time, right?
Oh no, I'm doing the show and I'm leaving work. I'm done. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I am working. Yeah, I'm doing a half day tomorrow.
Totally understandable.
Yeah, yeah. That's like, hey, half day, and then I'm out. I'm gonna go do. Funny fact, I'm gonna go probably get waffles. Yeah, there's a place here in Victoria called Jam, that does a absolutely mean chicken and waffle, and oh boy, is it so good.
You would betray Lee like that on your own birthday?
For this chicken and waffle, hell yeah, boy.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. I actually really love chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
fantastic.
man. Yeah.
It's
We went
also
to
the best flavor potato chip I ever had was chicken and waffles.
we went
So
to like
good.
this. We had it here. Then we went to New York and went to like this like other place that was supposed to be a pretty good chicken and waffle. Had that and it was so basic. It's like,
Yeah.
what is this? So like
Must have
this
been
place does
disappointing.
like a sausage gravy, cracked egg on top, and like oh I'm so hungry just thinking about it. It's so bad. Yeah. So I'm excited to
Well,
go.
I
and,
hope you enjoy.
Oh, I'm going to.
Just don't get like sick to your stomach and cancel the D&D game.
No. Don't worry. That should be. I'll be
Alright,
fine. I'm really hoping my computer actually like keeps working because it's been having some problems. Yep. Are there any stats for a mithril waffle iron in D&D? I know Pathfinder's like that. Really? I'm googling this. Hold on. Da-da-da. Pathfinder. Waffle iron. Wow, yeah. A mithril waffle iron with 2500 GP. A pair of hinged metal plates decorated with studs to add texture to the pastry cakes you cook with it.
So this is a real thing.
You pour batter on it, close it, and place it on a fire or stove to cook. Some waffle irons have plates in the waffle, noble coat arms, religious, blah, blah, blah.
Huh.
It's just a waffle iron. Yeah, nothing special about it. As with other mithril cookware, the food really sticks with a mithril waffle iron.
So it's not magical.
Nope.
It's just made of mithril.
Yep. All spin equipment, page 58.
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
Neat.
So that's cool. Yeah.
You never know what kind of shenanigans you're going to get in Pathfinder.
I
That's fun.
think that's like the one thing I like
Pathfinder really
about
just
Pathfinder.
embraces like the joy of it, you know?
Yeah, I think that's one thing I like about Pathfinder is that it's so varied. There's so much they've added to it.
Yeah.
So my failures have stopped jumping up and down. Is this a known bug? Probably you just
There's a setting.
disabled the graphic for flashing and lighting and like screen shake and stuff.
Yep.
That's also
It
from,
doesn't
like,
say it.
clicking. Yeah.
But yeah, it disables familiar animations like that.
Yeah.
Makes them calm down.
Yeah. Would a waffle evil officer be a bizarro whittle?
Oh, like Whittle the champion.
But bizarro?
But she's
She's a wizard.
not
isn't
an artificer in the first place. She's a wizard.
she? Yeah.
So, but I guess
Yeah.
like using technology instead of magic. But artificers are also magic. They're just technology plus magic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you could go a step further than that to get a Bizarro Whittle.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of a Dampier and Lugaroo? I don't know what that would be.
opposite of yeah? I feel like that's just like a weird combo of being like I am both vampire and werewolf.
Yeah,
And now
so it'd have to be some
combined.
other weird combination.
I am mermaid and
Sasquatch.
yes. Abominate. Yeah, I'm a mermaid.
Hi, I'm an abomination.
Have you heard? Big Fin's nearby.
I believe in Big Fin.
Yeah, I believe in Big Fin. We've seen the pictures. Big Fin's out there.
I don't know. It's really grainy underwater camera
Yeah.
footage.
We've seen him in the Marianas Trench. We know you're there, Big Fin. You can't hide from us.
Stalking the kelp forest.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, give me a zombie.
That's a
lich.
good note to
Yeah.
end on.
Yeah, that's a good end. All right, all right, folks. That's gonna be it for us. Thank you so much for coming to hang out and asking all your questions. A lot of questions today. Well,
This
that
is
was fun.
great.
A lot of
Yeah,
good talk
thank
about DMing and the D&D in general, which I think is always
Yeah.
always a lot of fun. So stick around. IL Insights is in 5 minutes with Lauren and Todd, and then after
Dev
that,
Insights
Dev
after that.
Insights. Really important to go check that out.
Yep.
And then I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay.
All right.
Bye, guys. We miss you.
Waffle Evil.
Stop it.